All right. Join us as we traverse through time and space.
At Bound by Fate.
On another episode of whatever this is.
Okay, here we are at the old Riverview Cemetery, which was originally the old Baptist Cemetery, established in 1781 in Wilmington, Vermont. Okay, and this is kind of a, well, let me just give you a little pan. Old cemetery and a new cemetery on the other side, and then way over there's a bit of another old cemetery. So I don't want to give you a whiplash with the camera movement. All right, we're going to explore the old cemetery first. This is a pretty interesting old cemetery. There's a mix of newer replacement stones and marble and some old slates to the point of, gone. I don't know. And then interestingly, and I don't know if there's anything other than lichen on the other side, there's not. The stones, some are carved facing one way and some are carved the other. There's some beautiful old faces in here. And it's a pretty neat cemetery. So we're here between the raindrops. Just check it out. Here we go. Let's see what we can find. I'm very happy to have my new hiking boots on. I'm getting them broken in for my next adventure. And this is a great cemetery. Here's a slate. Oh, look at this. So this is interesting. All right, so there's the footstone and the headstone. We'll go up between as to not walk upon the grave of Mrs. I don't know, Linda, wife of Dean James. It's hard to read, this half light. And then this is interesting. I don't know if this is marking somebody who was here at some point in time. Temperance, Latchley Parmel, 1733 to 1797, age 64, wife of Jeremiah Parmel. So is this Jeremiah over here? It is. That's Jeremiah. Died in 1797. The 67th year of his age. And he was born in Connecticut. Interesting. So over here, that face. On the slate. Oh, I got a deer fly on my head. Well, we just had a bunch of rain, which is probably why I have a deer fly on my head. So it's interesting that this cemetery, since I've been here last, is really in excellent condition, which it was when I was here before, and that there's some plaques and some explanations as to who was where and such. So some restoration going on, which is really great, because then, you know, the stones that are gone, now you know what's going on. Zip-Oriah. Is that really how it's said? Wife of Gilbert Parmelli, and died 1823. 54 years. What a great name. There's Jeremiah. Parmalee. He's going up. With the hand. Going to heaven. There's Jeremiah. Died in July 15, 1868, age 69. Polly M., his wife. And she died March 5th, 1886, age 85. Some children. And the wind is picking up. So fresh rain and walking out here in the old thyme. Most cemeteries have thyme. Wow, look at this guy. Barbara, daughter of Gilbert and Mrs. Zipporella, and I don't even know, my goodness. Died in the 5th year of her age in 1795. Poor baby. Still has a footstone. See? So now this is where it gets interesting. So that stone is facing that way, and now these stones are facing the other way. So let's see here what we have. Well, that's the footstone to that stone. But see, these stones are facing the opposite direction. Why? I don't know. But they are. For sure. Okay, let's go over here, check these out quick, and then we'll keep moving on up the hill. I don't want you to miss anything because it's such a neat old cemetery. And these are some slates. Look at these. I mean, these are falling away. Angeline, daughter of Mr. Luther and Mrs. Lucy Lunthrop, died June 25, 1815, age 2 years, 2 months, and 22 days. Just a baby. And then an infant daughter, died December 20th, 2 days. A little sweet baby. And look at that, that slate is falling away. So, this is why it's important to check these out. Further go on. Here's another one with an interesting correction on it. Is son of, and died February 1800. 17 days. They did not have good luck, these Lothrops. And then here's another, here's Luther, and this is a son of, and he made it 7 years. Good gravy. I don't know how you deal with that kind of loss. Well, I just don't. So here's an interesting, the old double headstone with the double footstone. And this guy, ooh, a stern looking face, looks almost like a Manning. Here lies the relics of Reverend James Hanich, who was, I don't know, the church of something here. My goodness, look at that face. Put my glasses on, let's see if I can read this better. These long S's. All right. Reverend James Hatch, who was pastor of the Church of Christ in Wilmington, who died February 1791 in the 37 year of his age, and he left a widow and five, it looks like 5 small children mourning his absence of their departed friend. Huh. Very Manning-esque, however. Interesting. And some others over here. Another interesting face. And sometimes the stones look like they're being sucked into earth, and this one looks like it's being pushed back out. So if you can see these little pieces there, they're actually anchors to hold the stone down in the ground. Oh, look at that face. This monument is erected in the remembrance of Mrs. Barbara Hall, the affectionate consort of Mr. James Hall, who died August 10th, 1797, in the 28th year of her age. And then so over here there's a little river over there, why it's called Riverside. And some more of these beautiful marbles. So let's take a wander up the hill and see what we can see. Here we have looks like a mason. Memory of Dolly Lawson, consort of Israel Lawson. She was the partner of his joy and sorrow for 51 years. Died February 12th, 1816, age 52. Aw, Dolly. That's so sweet. All right, let's continue on and see what we can find. Ooh, a Revolutionary soldier. Look how crisp and clean. Beautiful. Captain Jonah Lincoln, who died, looks like June 18th, 1829, at 70 years. Oh, look how beautiful this stone is. It's clean, it's crisp. Classic mourning style. Oh, then we have another face. Oh, look at that. You see the big crack in the side of that? Oh. This is Jonah, son of Mr. and Jonah and Mrs. Polly Lincoln. And this little friend died February 1st, 1798, and he was 4 years old. Again, very Manning-esque, minus the bird poop. But a great stone. Poor baby. Okay, so let's head over here and check out. There's some restoration stuff happening that I want to see. We were here a while ago. It's a great cemetery. Stumbled across it a few times. Never disappoints. Always something new to see. This is Samantha, daughter of Edmund and Mrs. Dolly Livermore, died September 9th, 1798, and she was 3 months old. Oh, good gravy. So here we are. There's another style. Now the faces seem to be all carved into these nice slates, these dark slates, and then quickly the motif moves on to marble. So okay, up here is where I wanted to head. Here's another one. Martha, wife of Levi Packard, died 91, 1856. Wow, what a life you must have led, Martha. I would love to talk to you. So here is some of the restoration stuff that's going on in the cemetery. So we have deposited the remains of Captain Daniel Austin, who was born in Suffield in Connecticut, May 9th, 1720, and died in this town, June 24th, 1804, aged 84 years, 1 month, and 25 days. And next to it is Captain Daniel and Abigail Austin, maternal great-grandparents of the 19th U.S. President Rutherford B. Hayes. Okay, so now you know. If you were ever asked at a trivia where the great-grandparents of the 19th U.S. President of Rutherford B. Hayes is buried, well, you'll know that it's in Wilmington, Vermont. Well, if it ever comes up. So this is an interesting restoration over here of an old stone. Oh, then I'll back up and show you this other stone. And I'll blather on about some other things. But here we go. Look at this. So, this stone, doing what I call my cemetery squats. So it's fallen apart to the point of very little left, but it's been attached to a piece of marble behind it with some kind of epoxy of some sort. So to preserve what's left of it. And here's another one that's going to be lost to nature soon enough, all cleaved and fallen apart. Another one that's cleaved and fallen onto itself. You can see how that's happened. And then over here, this one is just kind of whittling away. I'm not exactly sure how that happens, but yeah, words are lost. Side is gone. I don't even want to touch it. I don't want to incur any more damage to that stone. So let's see what's going on up here. I'll finish this little tour up. There's some more Manning-like carvings. Great old stones. Mrs. Lydia, wife of Mr. Swift, died 82. And here's Mr. Swift, who died at 78. So it's interesting to me that either you died as a baby, or these old folks that lived forever, long time, I mean, now even long for now. So these are some other stones that are in the opposite direction, which I don't know what's right or what's wrong. This stone is erected in memory of Mrs. Catherine, wife of Jonathan Witt, who departed this life January 6, 1808, age 44, 10 months and 29 days. And there again, classic mourning style with the urn. But the inscription on this side rather than the other side, where the bulk of the other stones are the inscriptions on the other side. So I don't know. It's interesting. I'm not sure why. If you know why, let me know. All right. And here we go. There's lots of little footy stones. And we have infant son, died 1845. Oh, just 4 days old. Didn't even get a name. 6 years old, little Sarah. And John, 2 years, 1841. Oh, Sarah died in 1841. I wonder if something came through in 1841. And then there's Martha. She made it to be 6 years. And here's Lucy. And she made it to 19. And here is the mother, and she made it to 46. Amarantha. Wow. Okay. And here's another marker of somebody who stone is not here. Fayette Hastings. And that's it. That's the old side. Give you one big last pan. It's the old section. And this is Sarah gone rogue. Over and out. GoPro, stop recording. Remember, don't knock anything over.
Ooh, and replace your divots.
Yikes.